On February 5, 2017, over 111 million people tuned in to watch the Super Bowl game in which the Patriots played the Falcons. While most people watched an incredibly intense and often unpredictable game with no idea who would win, a very small handful of people, including myself, were watching for another reason. A full 2 days before the Super Bowl game, on February 3, 2017, a Twitter user claimed that the final score of the game would have the Patriots winning 34 and the Falcons losing with only 28 points. Note the date, and also note tweets cannot be backdated. When the Super Bowl concluded with a shock victory on that fateful Sunday evening, this man's tweet was proven not just close, but completely accurate. The New England Patriots beat the Atlanta Falcons with an exact score of 34 to 28 points, just as the man behind the tweet predicted. To say I was intrigued would be an understatement. If you aren't a sports fan, it doesn't matter. This prediction becomes much more serious and intriguing when you discover who the man behind the Twitter account is, or alleges to be. That is up to you to decide. The anonymous author of the tweet, who goes by the name Commander Z, is, according to his biography, an ex-military high-level remote viewer. Remote viewing has many definitions, but Wikipedia explains it as the practice of seeking impressions about a distant or unseen target, purportedly using extrasensory perception, ESP, or sensing with the mind. The man says he was trained to remote view, or see the future during a decades-long career. But, before he retired, about 10 years ago, he was shown some pretty horrifying information about the coming 2 years. Now, before we get too deep into this, it is my duty to let you know the odds of someone predicting the exact score of the Super Bowl. Depending on what source you read, the chance of predicting the exact score can be anywhere from 1 in 15,000 to 1 in 500, with the most common being 1 in 1,000. In other words, not shocking, but we are still very much in odds of winning the lottery territory. According to ESPN's Tuesday morning quarterback column, predicting the exact score of the Super Bowl is a total waste of everyone's time, and these are people who live and breathe American football for a living. They go on to explain odds of prediction. A decade ago, TMQ did an incredibly scientifically advanced calculation of the odds of predicting an NFL final score, if working within the band of probable score outcomes. I concluded there was roughly a 1 in 500 chance of an exact final score prediction being correct. So, yes, what this man did, 2 days before the Super Bowl, is possible, despite the odds literally being against him. However, it isn't the Super Bowl score that is causing people to be a little worried. His tweet was used to draw readers into a more serious situation. In his original tweet he warned people that nuclear war is coming and that people need to start to pre-plan for it immediately. A book that he released just recently called Total Annihilation 2018 AD. Prepare for global nuclear conflict. It isn't a long read and it isn't very expensive if you buy it, especially from Amazon. The first chapter is written in first person by Commander Z, then the rest of the book is a transcript written in the question and answer format moderated by Dan Martingale, a fake name, as the book points out. The interviews with Commander Z were conducted over the course of a few days in October of 2016 and January of 2017. Martingale is a former state house representative, which makes their exchange in the ensuing chapters all the more interesting. Without going into too many spoilers, the book deals with 9/11, the moon landings, aliens, etc. Once that is out of the way, we learn how Commander Z worked for NATO and was, essentially, plucked from his post one day and taken to a base in a country you wouldn't expect. You'll have to read the book. He outlines the plan is for a nuclear war, but not in the way you would imagine, beginning in 2018. There are entities that have overtaken the consciousness of most high-up government and media figures, but not in the crazy wackadoodle conspiracy way. This information about how this has happened is unlike anything you have ever read before. Trump was allowed to win, and the ones in control are afraid of him. They are afraid of many humans, but that is part of the reason these entities are here in the first place. We are being controlled by nanobots in our food, water, air, all of it. What we need to do to prepare. Spoiler alert, there isn't a whole lot. We are at the end of the game, according to what he explains, but it doesn't mean we can't survive. If you can read the book while keeping an open mind, the contents of the book are fascinating and a bit of a wake-up call. I will put a link in the description below for the book on Amazon. If this video has been helpful, please click like, and if you're new to the channel, please click the subscribe button.